Right, I'm here with Mike, Paul and Jerry Lockspeiser, who are trying to be one in a million between the two of them. Gentlemen, if you can just explain to me what this Millione concept is of yours.
I'll go. We've created a new wine brand with two purposes. The first purpose is to enable retailers to sell it at full price without having to do any price promotion, because we're going to give the consumers a good reason to buy it at the full price because of the values of what the wine's all about, in the same way as people would buy other products, clothes, shoes, cars, whatever. It's called Millione because our aim is to sell 1 million bottles and give £1 for every bottle sold towards building community primary schools in Sierra Leone in West Africa. So we're going to sell 1 million bottles and raise £1 million, and with that we'll build 20 schools and educate 10,000 kids every year for many years. So our hope is that many retailers will stock it. We will do a lot of activity to communicate to consumers what it's all about, so they'll go into the stores and buy it because it's a great product and it's doing a great thing.
Now, obviously, this week it's been launched in Laithwaites and planned rollouts in other major supermarkets over the coming months in September, isn't it, when we can expect to see it in other stores. Guys, what are we going to say to the retailers to get them to stock this product and to get the consumer to buy it?
Well, I think there are two things, really, just to summarise what Jerry said. First of all, this is a strong brand in its own right. You don't get people to buy something just because £1 is going to charity. There's got to be a lot more to it than that. And we think that Millione combines the strength of a brand with the fact, the bonus, if you like, that £1 a bottle is going to a real cause through ActionAid, who are the charity who are running the projects in Sierra Leone. Okay. So we think it's a real win-win. No. And also, I think to say that pink sparkling wine is very fashionable at the moment. It is about celebrating. We don't feel there's anything wrong in celebrating the success in raising money for charity.
Absolutely not.
So it's a double cause for celebration, if you like.
Okay, now you came up with this idea back in November, I understand.
We did. We came up with it's an idea I had some years ago, and then in conversation with Mike and with Cliff Robeson, the three of us decided to get together and make this happen. And it's gone relatively quickly. We've obviously involved a number of other people. We've involved a marketing company, Cliff's company, Buckingham Schenk, have been sourcing the wine and doing all the logistics. Off-Piste Wines have been helping, been doing all the sales with me to the customers. And this is another important point. In order to get this £1 a bottle, we've had to ask, or willingly asked, everybody involved to work for a lower margin than normal to create the extra £1. And everybody, Buckingham, Off-Piste, the accountants, the bank, the marketing company, everybody has done that. However, for the retailers, we're asking them to sell it at their normal margin, but to give us a lot of exposure in store and in their magazines and their other media, online and so on, without charging us as they would charge a commercial brand. As we formed the Millione Foundation as a not-for-profit business to make it clear we're not doing this to pay ourselves anything, we're doing this because we want to raise £1 million to build the schools, and secondly we want to show that it's possible to build a wine brand that has real values that people will like, respect and be happy to pay the full price for, especially as it's a really good wine.
Absolutely. Now, you went out to Sierra Leone yourself, didn't you? Tell us about your experiences out there and what you saw.
Yes, I went to Sierra Leone with ActionAid, who, as Mike said, are the partners overseeing that end of it, and they have got Sierra Leoneans working there in West Africa for, I think, 22 years now, through the civil war that they had, and I was really impressed with the country. I support them anyway through their child sponsorship scheme, but I was particularly to see how we could work with people on the ground who are not expecting charity just as handouts, but who need money to help take control of their lives and improve their lives themselves. And the communities I met, who are incredibly poor, it's one of the poorest countries in the world, it's at the bottom of the United Nations Development Index. The people there are highly motivated, and one woman said to me, if you can give us the money to build the schools, then we can run the schools, we can get the teachers, we can do it ourselves, but we need you to give us the seed so that we can grow the fruit, is what she said, which I thought was a very good way of putting it. So this is not about handouts, this is about enabling people to take control of their lives and sort out their own issues. They know what they need, they know what to do, they just need the seed money to make it work.
Well, let's hope you raise it. I mean, Mike, tell us more about the wine itself now. What can people expect from the bottle?
Well, the wine has been sourced through Buckingham Vintners by Cliff. It's a frizzante, so it's lightly sparkling, which we think is the kind of sparkling wine that a lot of people prefer. Not too many bubbles. You know, some of these sparkling wines can kind of get up your nose.
Yeah,
if you like.
yeah.
It's pink. You know, it has that. You know, it's all about celebrating. It's all about having a good time. And it's not sweet. It's got the right amount of residual sugar we find, and it's been you know, a number of people with very good palates have said, you know, this is spot on for what you're trying to do. Okay, so this is it's not too flippant, but it's also not too serious. You know, this is,
I think, just to add to that, we had Justin Howard-Snowd, who's the Master of Wine, is the global wine director of Laithwaites, gave us a very nice quote saying he thought it was absolutely delicious and very gluggable, very drinkable, and very suitable for all occasions, particularly celebratory occasions. And one thing we haven't mentioned is that in order to try and help us spread awareness about this, we have a number of, to use the word I don't really like very much, but celebrity supporters. So we have a number of people, led by Emma Thompson, the actress, who is a supporter of ActionAid and has been for a long time. And she has allowed us to film her supporting this. And so have a number of other people, including Stephen Fry, Jack Dee, Phil Jupitus, Jimmy Carr, Peter Shilton, the Old England goalkeeper.
Who I understand had problems pronouncing the name.
Well, he did well. No, he was fine. He was fine. But we have a number of these vox pops of people saying, my name is, whatever their name is, I'm one in Millione, and then tasting the wine, talking about the wine, and saying very nice things about it, which we have on our website, oneinamillione.com. And we will have more and more people coming on board. So this is one way we're getting the attention of the consumers by saying, why is Stephen Fry or Jack Dee or Emma Thompson talking about this? So the website is going to be very interactive with the consumers. There will be the Vox Pops, there will be competitions. We've got a very well-known mixologist to make us a cocktail using the wine, which will be coming out in the late summer. So we're trying to engage the consumers in this in many different ways.
Great. Okay, let's just take a quick closer look at the bottle itself, so people can see what they're buying on the shelves there. There we go. Nice, classy little label. Comes complete with a little booklet as well, explaining to you what the Millione concept's all about. Well, gentlemen, certainly a very admirable idea, and I wish you the very best of luck with it.
thank you very much.
Thank you.